So I'm doing this video a little differently. There's a white slab in the middle of the screen, which is from a web browser that I have pinned up to the front. Which, if it's not pinned there, it's actually darker in this video. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I don't have it pinned, like if I collapse the pane, there you go. Lighting goes down. This is OP for like just like quick lighting without even trying to too hard to make it quality content. Whoa, my trauma talking again. But yeah, it's like a quick pane there, and then I'll have a little lighting just in case. And the web browser is on. It actually has five other things on the same browser window. But like the main one, I was just watching this video from like a membership live stream from a YouTube membership thing. So watching the VOD a little bit before it breaks on the upload before I go have to re-upload. But the re-upload that she has available for it. So like so for Auntie Karen's membership thing, I'm still watching that. But I stopped right now so I can do this video. And the pane's here open to have a little lighting. So there you go. This won't be a live stream, by the way. We're going to just talk a little about something else. I'm going to talk about something that's, again, emotionally charged. Something else that's like that. What is it going to be this time? Well, I could have sworn I just knew what the topic was just a minute ago, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with, like, what I'm talking about this time is about... I think these on there, whatever, I think these on. But, like, is something about feeling like I never did anything I wanted my entire life to this point without even bluffing. So it's like... I wish I could say I was bluffing when I said I never did what I wanted before. And people might think that's a cope. Some people might think that's a bargain. Like, between the aggressive bargain and the IDGF cope, it's like, yeah, do you ever want to tell someone that you never that did or got what you wanted your whole life? Whether that's aggressive a cope, okay. There is such a thing as aggressive cope or an IDGF not unwanted thing or whatever thing. IDGF bargain. Like, the idea is that the stereotype is that the aggressive bargain is when you piss off someone when you tell them that. The IDGF cope is when they don't care anyways, and it's like whether people care too much or care too little. That's me. That could be a completely different video. It's like, do people care too much or care too little, in general, and of anything in life, not just a standard slope, bare bones, too ungeneralistic or generalizational of oh, it's just life is just life. No, we're not being unspecific on purpose. We actually mean that it was that general. But that could again be another video. Do they care too much or too little? But on the top, I hope I have a thumbnail for this video at least. But like on the topic of like if I ever did or cared about what I wanted, we could go even full circle to the last video about hobbies and interests, which I didn't mention too much even then. But hobbies and interests need to be validated, even though it's not about social validation more, it is about validation to understand life in general. But did I ever get what I wanted throughout my life? Well, let's think about how hard I worked in certain things that may or may not have actually amounted to anything. And not to be facetious about that. It's like, I know my worth. I know that there are things I worked towards that were more work than I realized. And there were even things I worked toward that without even realizing in the first place, subconsciously or not. All these are cool mystical things, if not spiritual things. So like, I know a lot that I regret without knowing too much about it anyways. But in terms of like how pushing too hard may have not been a good idea, to like truly think I perceive myself perspective wise as a strictly professional person, and not knowing how hard I push on certain things, and then really winding down to like, okay, if I never think I got what I wanted, why would it matter if people thought I already had what I wanted anyways? Because people who have told me you can't get everything you want, Tony. Well, gosh golly, I never even thought I got anything I wanted in the first place. So like, that could be different perspectives anyways. Could be very bitter and contemptuous. Could be very stingy energy. But for any party for that matter, not just two parties. The four sides of every story kind of thing. Even the third party counts as helpful, because that's on stuff I am compared to prejudice. But it's not necessarily being pitting insight with prejudice anyways. It could be different perspectives anyways. Like, even compared to like what people see, how people see intelligence, which I did describe in the last video a little bit. I literally have gotten things I wanted in my life to begin with. I'm not saying those other things to make a facetious point. Like, I've literally gotten things in my life that I have wanted. So, what do I mean when I say I have never gotten anything my whole life that I ever wanted, either by cope or by bargain, and not to make anyone angry or neglectful otherwise. It's like, I have literally gotten things I wanted. So, what do I really mean when I say things like that? Well, I never prioritized my wants. I never prioritized my happiness, peace, and well-being, because I care too much about being productive in itself. But some people's idea of being productive includes mental well-being, and some people's idea of being purposeful includes pleasure. So even the idea of purpose over pleasure can be fallacy. That's why I didn't say that comment purpose over pleasure in Jordan Green's other video, was because I was holding back a little bit from restraint, maybe from trauma as well. But be careful nonetheless, because I know the rest of you guys went for it. But like, the purpose over pleasure meme, like hashtag purpose over pleasure for like Jordan Green or whatever that was about. But like, I didn't want to type those 3 words for that reason alone. I know some of you watching are also subscribed to Jordan Green, so like that's what I have in mind for you guys. Is like that's what I was going through my head was like, do I really think I care about purpose over pleasure, or do I really want to just have my own life the way it is and still change for the better? Because even in terms of base fuzz, Zarius Zerse, when Zarius says self-improvement isn't necessarily about improving yourself by intent, it is by making changes throughout your life as it goes along. So when you live your life as you go along, you can change it if you so please, or even have to. That's Zarius' way of seeing that. But going back to like how I see the dichotomy. I even described this in a Deep Talk episode one time. It was like the 3rd episode of the 1st season. It was like a purpose. No, it was okay. It was entertainment, results, purpose, and stillness. So like the idea of this dichotomy was like, and this is relevant to this video by the way. It is like wanting anything I thought my whole life, or valuing too much perfection. But like the idea was entertainment was anything that you did for fun, or at least enjoyed to the bare minimum. And then results was anything that was world or cares about results or progress in particular, even if results were supposed to be a good context. And then purpose was anything mission wise or journeying adventures, all that. And stillness was like monk like meditation and all that kind of stuff. So like those 4 dichotomies were a very strict way of seeing my idea of the world, and they're very large. Like not necessarily everything's world or care about results, not everything's escape from reality, not necessarily everything's about being meditative, not necessarily everything's about following your dreams and being a purpose-driven person. So like even purpose can and purpose and results can be seen the same way, but so can entertainment and stillness, right? They can be conceived the same way. When I say things like I never got what I wanted my entire life, it's not supposed to be a cope or a bargain, aggressive or neglectful. It's supposed to illustrate a point. It's like I didn't prioritize my wants. I didn't prioritize my needs at the same time. Paradoxically, I didn't prioritize my needs. I thought I already was, right? I already thought I was prioritizing my needs, but I actually didn't. Whether I was seen as opposite by other people or not. So if I thought I prioritized my wants, I didn't prioritize them anyways. What does that tell you about someone who should have validated some social or not validation of, I should have proven that I care about my hobbies and interests and care about what I wanted. If you really did care about what you wanted, you already done something about it anyways. And if you don't do something about what you want, you don't actually want it. That can be a little facetious as its own dishonest universal truth, if that's how it works. Because if you really had to prove that you don't want something by not doing it or by failing to get it, how many times are you gonna lose something you love and then realize that you actually want to love those things anyways, and it just wasn't accurate with that. It wasn't as accurate with that universal truth, so to speak. Other way around, other quotation for that, but like, and that's all I got for you guys for now. For the last 20 seconds. I'm gonna rush this video and it was ending at like 8:35, so we'll end at 8:35. But like, so that last 10 seconds, I just gotta say for this video is that is what it's like to want what you have and have what you want. That's a good quote in itself, but really, don't just validate what you want. Ask yourself if you really want it. Okay, that's it. That's all. I didn't want to push too hard enough, but like, there you go. So this video was just dark because I didn't want to like have the lighting on for other personal reasons. But if anything, don't be afraid, not even yourself. Your shaws are dark as they are, but don't be afraid of anything, not even yourself. Really, don't. I love you guys.